welcome to another episode of the RAW Barbell Club podcast. If you're new to our channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, guys, I'm so glad to have you back. If you have any comments or questions about this episode, please leave them below and make sure you click that subscribe button just down here and click that notification tab so you get updates on when our next episode is out. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the RAW Barbell Club podcast. It's really weird because I know you listened to this before, so you're like, you know exactly what's coming next. Hey guys, and welcome to the RAW Barbell Club podcast. I'm your host, coach, and all-around good guy, Andy, and I'm here with one of our online members, the founder of Dubbo Weightlifting Club.
Give it time.
Adrian Carey. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing very well after today. We've had a good day.
Yeah, how was the seminar? How did you find it?
Yeah, it was really good. I think everyone got a lot out of it. I think everyone was really surprised, like how difficult weightlifting can be with just a garden stake or a
PVC
pipe.
Yeah.
Yep. So I reckon it was good for everyone to get used to those positions and everything. So yeah, I got a lot out of it.
Oh, that's good.
It's funny, everyone kept asking me whether I would did you get much out of this and all that sort of stuff, expecting me not to need that stuff. But yeah, no, 100% needed, obviously needed a lot of that.
Yeah, well, I mentioned to one of the guys during the workshop that like just me teaching it was me drilling the technique as well.
Sure.
Because you can never stray too far away from the fundamentals.
Yeah.
They help us all out. Like I am someone who's notorious for, like
arm pull,
like an early arm pull that negatively affects the later part of my lifts.
Yep.
And I guess some people can get away with it. Some people, it does help them.
Yep.
But for me, I know I'm one of those people, like I make contact and then the bar runs away from me.
Sure. Yeah.
And that, negatively affects it. Yeah. And then the catch positions as well. Like I'm someone who also likes to really lead into my power snatches. We talked about that yesterday, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What were the big things that sort of you found helpful?
For me, like obviously all that pull.
I've actually had this beer before.
Yeah. I love it. This is my favourite beer.
What is it? The Lord Nelson Pale Ale?
Pale Ale, yeah. Yeah. I think before Lisa and I were getting married, we were up in Sydney getting our suits, just me and three other of the guys. And James, Lisa's brother, took me to that place, and it's been my favourite since. Yeah. No, it's pretty good. Good beer. Yeah.
Yeah, they do it. So there's a RSL club behind the gym.
Yep.
And they have this on tap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's real good.
So it is really good.
Yeah. It's that's like my monthly drink. We make sure we go through it nice and slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a bit more pricey, but it's good. Yeah. So today, things that I got out of it. I guess the more knowing kind of each position that you should be searching for, and they're definitely some of them I was aware of just from watching watching YouTube and stuff like that. But then my misunderstanding, which is a lot of my issues with lifting.
Same with me.
I always my position 2 to position 1. I always thought it was wrong to have knees go forward and be in that kind of squatty position.
Yeah.
So that's something that just over this weekend, I think will be a huge change. And I think also just watching videos, I've mistranslated what's kind of happening there in terms of rocking forward and leaning back and stuff like that. So drilling that with a PVC was really good for me.
Yeah.
Little things that I wouldn't otherwise pick up in just day-to-day training.
And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people that take what I said and misconstrue, or just don't take it they just take it at face value and not what I meant.
Yeah.
Because I know there was
one lady that came up to me was like, hey, I like when I get to position 1, I just like I can't tap, and I was like, well, tap was just a drill, not it wasn't the actual
trying to do that on every lift.
you don't want to do that on every lift.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
So like I'm sure there's going to be that still.
Yeah, sure.
And I guess that's your job as head coach of Double Weightlifting Club to drill it into the...
It's going to have it happen now.
Yeah. Just slowly forcing you to make it happen, because that's literally how I started.
Yeah.
Someone forced me into making my own club.
Yeah. What I was kind of thinking was like after nationals, when my time's a little bit more freed up and to not be so selfish, I was kind of hoping that like maybe Duncan would want like a Sunday session, because he doesn't run any classes on Sunday, and Sunday's obviously my free day. Like we go to the gym, Lisa and I and the girls, and they have a play around and everything like that. But like ideally to me, it would be like we go in for an hour, we do our thing, and then everyone come in and do like a barbell session, and I could run people through stuff. So I haven't broached that with Duncan yet, but
I'm sure he'd be keen for it.
Yeah, I reckon he would.
He seems pretty keen.
He's pretty.
Yeah. Well, he was
supportive.
mentioning like, you know, got to get Adrian in to do some coaching in the first place.
Yeah, I was kind of he asked me when I like I did my CrossFit level 1 like 5 or 6, well no, it's less than that because going to lapse soon, a couple of years ago, and hadn't done any coaching with it. And like first week I turned up at CrossFit Dubbo, he's like, oh, do you want to do some classes and have that pay for your membership and all that sort of stuff? My first thought was like, I was real worried about being a physio, like what's my liability in terms of like if someone's doing a deadlift or or if they're doing 50 deadlifts a time at a horrendous weight, what's my liability in terms of, obviously I've got to watch people, but if they do hurt themselves in just in exercising, because it happens. So I didn't want to do it then, but I reckon now I don't care so much.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised as like you can be multiple things. So like your capacity, because we have this exact issue with our clientele when Kush was there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So at the gym, Kush is not insured to be a physiotherapist.
Yep.
She's insured to be a weightlifting coach and a group trainer.
Yep.
In the scope of weightlifting.
That capacity, yeah.
In that capacity, because that's what her, that's what our insurance allows.
Yeah,
so
sure.
as long as she's working within that scope,
sure.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But then like we have people that are rehabbing injuries.
Yep.
And they may be her physiotherapy clients, and you have that as well, right?
Yeah,
like you have
definitely.
a couple of guys that come out and see you. So if you have that, then like where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
I think, like I get that, but at the end of the day, the person that's lifting is the person who has to take the responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think if you're acting within the capacity of a coach, you're a coach. And then if they come see you outside of that, I think things will only get blurry if you start needling people at the gym.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just pop out here and I'll pop a few needles and that, and then go back out and you'll be right.
Yeah. Or if you start actually
putting hands on people
and diagnosing at the gym.
It'd be good for me in a lot of ways, because I could harass the guys that I know don't do their rehab, don't do their exercises that I tell them to do. Yeah, because I often see them, like I'll see them like on a Wednesday, I see them in class on Thursday, and they're doing their exercise really well, and then Friday,
not so much.
And by Monday they've forgotten.
Yeah.
So it mightn't be a bad thing.
But then that's the other thing, like you're allowed to harass. I think a coach's role a lot of the times is to harass. And I think if a coach who's not a physiotherapist, like me, if they see an athlete and they know what their rehab protocol is, and they're not on them to do it, like that's also, not being...
duty of care.
Yeah, like you have a duty of care to make sure that they at least try to do their rehab, right?
Yeah. So, I reckon it's something that probably in the coming weeks I'll be talking to Duncan. Yeah, because I did that. I did a couple of classes or one class, and I really enjoyed it. And I think like the way I would coach is very different to how some of the others would coach, and I'm very I think it'd be fun for me. It'd be maybe a little bit more loud and hands-on-y, like a little bit more like kind of guiding step by step, rather than saying like, let's go everybody, let's see how you do it. And like, I think some people in the gym really respond well to like, okay, here's our drill, this is what we're working for, this is what you should be striving for. And other people just want to, they want to see it on the whiteboard and go and do it themselves. So, and I'm definitely personally, like, I get in there, I like to see the workout on the screen and go, yep, sweet, I know how to do that, I'm off. Whereas I know Lisa, my wife, she was like, she really wants guidance and to be walked through the workout.
Yeah.
And I think like the classes that I do probably will be good for that.
Yes.
And then like some of maybe the quieter coaches will be better for the class that I'd like to do.
Yeah.
So a bit more just get in and do it.
Isn't that funny that like the type of coach you are is usually not the athlete you are? Because I'm the same way in like the type of coach I am is someone who is, quite quiet. I'm not going to actually give you a whole lot of feedback unless you ask for it.
Yep.
Like I'm just going to watch. And I'll tell you something. I'll pick on like the littlest things.
Yep.
And like do that, but like I'm not going to be like rah rah like yelling at you.
Yeah.
But the type of coach I need generally is someone who believes in me, who's like, come on Andy, you got this.
Yep.
And someone who takes on that role of like actually pumping me up.
Sure.
Because that the act of actually like arousing myself enough to lift big weights is something I struggle with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking about things too much or whatever.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's funny, just like the opposites of that.
Yeah. Be both people. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I think there were and there are probably a couple of people in that workshop today. Like I know you boys in particular, who like couldn't wait until the end where you're like, let's actually do something competitive.
Let's take the breaks. Yeah. That's been such a change too with like good for me in coming to CrossFit Dubbo, because like when I finally called Duncan and said, hey, I want to come over and try working out here, he goes, oh yeah, that'll be good for Gilly. He'll have someone to push him on the heavy stuff, and like I definitely don't push him on the cardio sort of the that aspect. But still, even like having those people around me who like around about the same on the lifting and quite a bit ahead on the cardio and the Metcon sort of side, like it pushes me really well.
Well, today was awesome. Duncan mentioned something to me, like when you guys were doing this, like how much rest would you like to see them have on this? And I was like, well, today I'd just like to see them hit the heavy weights, because you guys just went 1 for 1 for 1.
Yep.
There were 3 of them that were maxing out at the end, and there was not much rest. And you guys were taking the dumbest jumps I've seen you do. Considering that yesterday when we snatched, you went like, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105.
And struggled at 105.
Yeah. And then today you went 60, 80, 100?
We went 90.
Oh, you did 90?
90,
yeah, 90,
100,
110.
Yep.
115, 117,
Yeah.
120. So you got a 6 kilo PR today.
Yes.
I was expecting more of a hurrah after that. It was very, calm and composed.
No, didn't want to show off. No, just concentrate on that next kilo after it.
Yeah.
If you get too excited, then you get bogged down in that spot. So
I was kind of worried when you took 120, because you said, I'm just going to shake hands with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is not the approach you want on someone who is going to make that lift.
Yeah. I probably didn't really expect to make it. But yeah, no, it just pulled on. It felt real. It felt slow up to the knee, and then it felt really good when I was underneath it. I don't know what happened between.
Hopefully,
I just kinda,
like technique.
It's like the Homer Simpson when he has one beer and then a scene missing, and he's, I'm there.
Yeah.
But
what went through your head when you got 115? Were you pretty chuffed, or?
Yeah.
Or did you know, like, I'm not happy with it yet, I want more?
No, I was real happy with 115. Just after the last 2 weeks of fluffing around with just missing silly, 107, 105, and hitting 115 was pretty sweet, and then it felt good. So I thought, well,
117.
Yeah, I would have jumped to 120. I would have had to go straight away, but
Gilly made the right choice there.
Good,
And
good
then,
coaching there.
And then the funny part was when you hit that, and he goes 190. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, he goes 190, and I'm like, he's not going to hit 190.
Wouldn't stop at that.
He's going to take 20 definitely.
Yeah, I would have gone. I felt like I would have hit 20, 25 today. That was good. Yeah, it's funny though, like because coming up to that, like the 110, I hit 110, and I felt tired.
Yeah,
like just from today, I kind of went, like I don't feel like I've got like poppy sort of pull.
I mean, like we trained late last night until 7:30.
It's like 8.
Oh, so we finished at 8, and that was your heavy session for the week. So you are actually, you don't have any training left for this week, right? No. Yeah. So that was your heavy session. Then you came in this morning, and we did like 4 hours of broomstick work with the workshop that we ran. Yeah. And then you did the stupid slow snatches, and you guys competed over who could snatch 60 kilos slower.
That was fun. That was good.
Which is a good challenge for you guys. Like, what did you end up getting? 17 seconds?
Yeah, it was about 17, Yeah,
so 17 seconds all the way, like, up, and then you can go under fast, but you've got to make sure that you're hitting the correct positions. That's the challenge that I told these guys that they should try. And then you maxed out after that.
Well, that may be, we're all feeling pretty tired coming into that, and then that kind of warmed us up, and I felt good. Maybe I need to do that
every day.
Next comp. Yeah, do it every day.
Well, it's funny because last night I said, I want to see what happens when you go heavy, and like where the technique breakdown was, but it didn't break down today.
It didn't. It's just perfection.
Yeah, so maybe we should have tried the 125 and 130 just to see
where it breaks down.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll get the boys again, and we'll good to go again tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if you get the boys, maybe we'll do clean and jerks tomorrow.
That'd be good.
Yeah. See if you can break that 50.
I'll break that 50. Next chance.
That would be cool.
I feel good. I feel good for so long as I can stand it up. The legs are tired at the moment. Yeah, for sure. Well, if you could do, if you can. So I was thinking like if what you should do tomorrow is if we do a clean and jerk or a power clean and jerk to a heavy, and then do some sort of squat. Yeah, sure. Normally I don't like to do a heavy squat and a heavy clean and jerk on the same day. Yep. But then I'll just give you a little bit of rest the first few days of the week. Yeah. Well, Monday I've got to have a rest day anyway, and then. After this weekend, I could probably do with an extra rest day. Yeah, I mean, I think you paid for your like PRs today. With time and that. So yeah. That was made the day very worth it. And to be honest, I reckon just to be honest, the pulling practice with the pipe. Yeah. Really probably did make a difference for me. Because that's all I was thinking about was like the position at the knee, position at the hip, and then I'm under it. Yeah. Surprised myself. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what it looked like every time. Like we were literally talking about this last night. We were talking about Josh's that 125. Yep. So that's Joshua Gibson from the Weightlifting House. Yep. I don't think he listens to this, but if he does, he will after this. Yeah, definitely. And like when he peaked that bar and got under, and there's that surprise, oh crap, I actually got this. I'm here. Yeah. And that kind of, you didn't look like that, but it maybe seemed a bit like that as well. Yeah, I keep it all internal. Yeah. You're so stoic. I was surprised. Yep. I was definitely surprised. When I first met you at that comp, I don't know why I started talking, then took a swig, but when I first met you at the comp, I thought you were like really, really quiet. And then I mentioned it to Lisa at State Champs, and I was like, I realized that he's not quiet. He was just like super nervous. Super nervous, yeah. I also like I've never done any individual sports. So being up in front of everyone and like just being the, like for that moment, center of attention. I just don't want to make a dick of myself. And like I missed a clean jerk like 3 or 4 comps ago, and got grouchy on the stage in front of everyone. Afterwards, I was pretty annoyed at myself.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't like making a scene. So.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. Like, I like the idea of, I mean, I know there has to be a presence when you get on stage. It's a spectator sport, and people like to feel what you feel. So, like, if you miss a lift, people like to see, like, the head down, like, you're upset about yourself. You still say thank you, bow to the crowd, but you're pretty mad about it. But what people don't like to see is the, belt throw on the ground, like, what the hell, like, yelling and screaming. But at the other side of things, like, what I really love to see is, and mainly the girls do this, but like they get a PR and they're like, clapping and carrying on like that. And you're like, wow, I hope that was a PR because they're celebrating like it was.
They're definitely happy. Yeah. I probably want to hit 107 for the first time because I kind of got stuck at 100 for a long time, maybe 102. When I hit 107, like I cheered, I whooped and all that sort of stuff. And then I can't remember where I was hearing about it, but it was like they were talking about, pretend you've been there before and pretend you're definitely going to get there again. That sort of attitude of, you hit it, feel good for a moment, but then you're on the next job. And to be honest, like since then, that's probably when I hit a PR, that's more how I feel. I'm like, all right, that's done now.
Yes.
But I guess you got to enjoy it for the moment and then, but then move on to the next thing.
Yeah. I think you can spend, like, you don't have to spend hours enjoying it, but you can spend like a good hour, like being like you should be happy about your 120 today.
Inside right now, I'm dancing.
Yeah, cool. Because like I know. Well, I don't know. I only know because you told me. But that's one of the hard things about training someone online is you might get to see the good stuff and the bad lifts, but you don't carry the emotion that your in face-to-face athletes have. So like Zofia misses a lift, like I feel it. I'm like with her. There's that aura like transfer. So I'm like, I just want to do whatever I can to help you. Or if, Jack misses a lift, I'm like, like I feel that as well.
It was after you laugh at him.
After I laugh at him,
Yep.
And be like, hey, like, if you practice technique once in a while, maybe
max out every time.
But then, like, when you send me a missed lift or you tell me, hey, like last week we had those singles at 107 and you're like, they felt pretty trash. Like, it took me like 3 goes to get it. That's something what happened?
Yeah, I didn't even get it.
Oh, you didn't end up getting 107?
I went up to it, missed it 2 or 3 times. Dropped back to 100, did 100, 105. 105 was pretty crappy too. And then got to 107, missed it again, and then I kicked the plates and I had a hissy fit in front of everyone. And
And that's the part that I didn't see. So I didn't even know about that until Duncan told me today that's what happened.
You should have seen him.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know that he was like that.
Oh yeah, I'm like that.
I thought he was one of those rare non-fiery redheads.
No, they don't exist. Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges that you find being an online athlete? Because I think you get a little bit of best of both worlds because you do still have Duncan and he does have a good technique head on him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you've got me who's sitting on the other side of Sydney just watching videos and every now and then like, hey, like, pull more.
Pull harder. Yeah, no, I think something that I want to talk to Duncan about a little bit more because like I don't want him to feel like he can't give me technique advice and stuff like that because like obviously if he tells me to do something and I do it and I take a video and you go, what are you doing? Then then we'll have to have that conversation between like what's he thinking, what are you thinking, what am I doing? But like today when he was like, I've been wanting to tell you about stamping your feet so much, like, but I didn't really want to. I think that's going to be something that I'm going to talk to him about this week, in terms of I want his coaching.
Yes,
And like talking through it, he's like, oh yeah, this course they really worked on that, and this is what Klokov said, and this is what Glenn Pendlay said when I did his course, and so he's done a heap of lifting courses. And the cool thing was today, he came up to me, he said, "Oh, it's really good that Andy's working on these things because this is the way I teach it as well, and so it's going to be consistent with what I'm telling the guys." Yeah. So I've been, and he was, I think, a bit frustrated because I've been telling her to do that for months. I've been telling him to do that for months. So like, I want him to, like, I think I get a really good best of both worlds because I'm going to get his expertise face on, and then I also get like a second set of eyes. Yeah, really.
And that's so like the best coach, even if they are not me, is an in-person coach because they're there. They can make technical adjustments, and they're there to, not that you need a hand holding, but like they're there to hold your hand if you need it, and they're there to roll you up if you need it. So and then that was really cool for me meeting Duncan today, and I talked to him after the workshop and I said, "Hey, was there anything in that workshop that we did that is not congruent with how you teach?" And he's like, "No." You're like, "That's pretty much how I teach." And I was like, "Cool." And so then it comes down to the question of like, okay, so why did we have this workshop seminar in the first place? And it's just because it's a different person. It's a different voice that's speaking the words of truth. 100%. And that's what people respect, and they get something out of it. And that comes down to, the exact same thing that Duncan said. Is like, I told you that 10 years ago. Why the fuck have you not changed it? And it really is that. It's just like, it's someone else saying it, right time, right place. They're ready to listen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like, I mean, like when Lisa hurts herself or whatever, I book her in with one of the other physios at work. They see her, they tell her what to do, and she does it. And then I go, "I've been telling you to do that for weeks." Anyway, that's it, so long as you get the result.
That's it.
But I think that's for me. I've lost my train of thought there.
That's right. So I'm not a big fan of the stampy stamp as well. I think we talked about it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. And then Duncan came up to me today and he's like, "What do you think about Adrian's stampy stamp?" And he's more eloquent than I. And I said, I'm not a big fan of it. But then you didn't do it today on the 120 or the 115 or the 117.
That's what, like for some, I think, like in technique, what like the stuff we've been doing, like with the no hook grip, the no feet stuff, I've getting rid of that. Sometimes I feel like I don't move my feet enough, and that's why I stamp, but not at the moment. So
who was the guy sitting on the escalator? Was that Chris?
No, that was
the other dog.
Yeah.
See this guy?
Tom.
Yeah.
He'll never listen to this.
He was someone who doesn't move his feet enough. And I thought it would be a good idea for him to do it more.
Yeah, sure.
And there were a couple of people, and I'm so bad with names. It wasn't Beth. It was the girl with
Nikita.
Nikita, the one who is really strong. And she sort of does the same thing. Just doesn't move her feet, but then the bar swings around her a fair bit.
Because I was watching her PRs this week and like on the Instagram, and I was like, she doesn't move her feet. Andy's going to pick on that, and that was like the extent of my coach's eye.
You had the coach's eye to be like, she's a great lifter. She's definitely got a lot more in the tank, and there's more to. There were a couple of lifters there that were really good, and it's really made me think that I got to attack these regional areas more to find good talent because it's there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
there's like gems like Adrian,
like others.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, how long have you been in the sport for?
Yeah, like a year of actually competitive doing it, and 2 years of concentrating on it.
And like, you're not that strong. Like your squats are only like at 180,
185,
and you're snatching 120, clean and jerking close to 150. That's brilliant. Like, that's really good progress.
Yep.
And we'll see. I would like to see in another 2 years you snatching 150, clean and jerking 170. Like, I don't think that's far away.
Yeah, I mean,
No pressure.
yeah. I was, one what? No, I kind of thought. Well, I mean, before today, my feeling was ceiling was kind of 130 on a snatch,
Yeah.
but that 120, like I feel like maybe there's a little bit more. I don't know about 150, but yeah, like
I mean, you have to get stronger to do
to
it.
work on it. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think 130 is far.
Yeah. No,
Especially if we start pushing that strength up after nationals and you
Yeah.
have a little bit more conditioning and
Yeah.
do some different stuff.
yeah, I might need to do some bit of exercising for a while. Get my fitness back up. I was fit at one stage, but yeah.
When I first met you, you were fit.
Yeah, I was doing pretty good at that stage.
When you hit that one, what did you hit on your second attempt of that clean and jerk at shred?
That was, I think it was 143.
No, that was your last attempt.
Oh, okay.
What did you
Yeah.
get? You might have done
it was like a 30 because
it might have been 32 or something.
yeah.
Yeah, because you did 132, and then I got you to hit like 137 at the
Yeah.
back, and then you
Yeah.
came out on 143 for the third,
Yeah.
and all of that happened in the span of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
I
you
can
have
do
to
that,
have
yeah.
a certain level of fitness to do that. I don't think you can do that anymore.
Yeah. No, I definitely got to get that back. Yeah.
So what are some other challenges that you find with like the online stuff? Just for people at home that like,
Yeah.
they don't know, like online training is hard.
Yeah. So something I was talking to Sam about today was like and something she's learning about is like just the amount of time extra that it does take to
Film.
film. Yeah. Because like you do a lift, you go, you pick up your phone. Like I try and cut otherwise I've got to cut all my videos now, at the end, and it's going to take forever. But just watching them and then going, oh, maybe he's going to think of that, like, well, maybe I've got to work on this, and then setting it back up again. And yeah, like a lot of my sessions that I would probably look at and go, oh, that's an hour 10. Like I'll often be running short on time and at the end and go, oh, like that really snuck up on me just because I probably spend too much time on my phone.
Yeah.
So that's hard. And then I reckon as well, like probably something that I'm getting better at, like managing, would be like having something to work on in the session, getting to the end of session, sending all the videos off, and then you kind of say, oh, you're not moving your feet enough, or you're not catching strong enough, or whatever, that sort of thing. Putting a note in under the next session and focusing on that.
Yeah.
Like I think having a face-to-face coach, or probably utilizing Duncan more. Having, on the spot, tweak it now.
Yes,
and last night, during that session last night, we got like halfway through, and you said, you're not pulling it, like you're not keeping it close between your knees and your hips, and I felt like I kind of worked on that in that session, whereas I missed that when I'm doing it by myself.
For sure.
So that's definitely a big drawback of it.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing to take away is that online coaching works, but it is really hard on the athlete, on the coach, because I also get frustrated when I see a snatch and I'm like,
I could fix that.
I kind of wish I was just there right now. And that's why sometimes, like, I'm sort of lucky is like you train early mornings some days, and I tend to be at the gym or not doing much at that time.
Sure.
So sometimes, like when you send me a video, I can kind of sometimes send feedback back straight away.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the time it's after your session, but I don't know if you ever send me videos during.
Maybe I need to do that. Like I something I'm mindful of.
Not that I can promise that I'll reply
not,
straight
not
away.
always, But I feel like I get very good value for money from kind of the relationship we have.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I harass you a lot.
Right.
Even if it's like in the Arvo, just texting you about, how stupid Jack looks on your stories or something like that. Yeah, just I like digging into him. I'm sure he'll give it back. Just like I feel like I'm harassing you because it's like a personal phone. If it was like a work phone and I knew that you were only going to look at that one, I'd probably send you more videos or more. But maybe that's something that I definitely need to like during the session, like get up to 80% or get up to through my warm-ups and video 1 or 2, send it off to you, and if you happen to be free then you send it back. But Yeah.
And maybe we can work on that too. Like have a specific session that, like there is some real time feedback.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a way of working on it. I mean, like I've coached a bunch of online guys, and to this day, you'll probably have been the most successful relationship that I've had.
Yeah.
Like I'm staying at your house,
Yeah.
and we get along pretty well in real
definitely.
life as well.
Yep.
So like to date, this has probably been my favorite online relationship that has blossomed into a real thing. There was no catfishing scenario where I met you and you weren't 96, you were super heavy.
Really fun. Yeah. Yep. I don't know, going up, and it's hard to lose it after New South Wales. Yeah. Might stay at 102.
What did you think about that tactic of just moving up to win the medal?
I think I probably enjoyed it a little bit too much. Like eating all those big buffet breakfasts and everything beforehand. But surprisingly, I actually found it quite hard to, like, even though I went pretty hard on food that week, we took our scales up and I was weighing myself. I was like, I'm 96 this morning. I'm 95 and a half. What is going on? Like, I'm eating like nothing else. But I wasn't training like for that week or that couple of days. So maybe that has something to do with it. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open to it. Open to moving up and down and all that sort of stuff. But
yeah, I think you took that like a champ. I know in the past I've coached athletes and been with athletes that are just like, I don't want to move up and down.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're chasing medals.
Yeah.
Even, like a gold medal at the Olympics is a gold medal at the Olympics, no matter what class you're in or whether everyone else just bombed and that's how you got it.
That's how you got there.
And you beat Jack.
Yeah. Yes. And that made it all worth it. The way I looked at it, like I was coming, like when I kind of added it all up, I was coming third regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I was like, man.
But you didn't come third. You came second.
Yeah, you never know. So and as well, like I said to Lise beforehand, like I'll just I'll add my score up. I'll put myself in the 96s, and that's where I'll compare myself to.
Yes.
And I think I would have just scraped into third, like after the horrendous snatching day. I would have scraped into third from memory. So like I was happy with that because it didn't really change. Like that's one thing I like about weightlifting as opposed to some other sports that I've played is I just do what I'm going to do, and like I do what I've trained for and all that sort of stuff. And so long as you can't really suddenly, even if you jump up 15 kilos in your total suddenly in the day, like you've earned that obviously because your body won't suddenly be able to do it. Whereas like a subjective sport, like say cricket, and like you can't get to a next level, or you can't, like you're relying on other people and all that sort of stuff. So I found that kind of good in weightlifting.
What you do in training is what you do at competition. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get what you've earned and you get what you put into it, and so yeah, for me, like at that comp, I could kind of just look at my numbers and go, okay, if I hadn't eaten like anything, then I'd be coming third, and oh look at that, I came second in the 92, so 102, so it didn't matter.
Pretty common. I think we're just gonna have to pause for a second.
Yep.
I've drunk way too much beer. I really need to.
I'll go too.
I don't know if you're feeling the same. Doing it, like doing the deed. These are cool.
Yeah.
And they were not on here beforehand.
They weren't. I thought about changing shirts, like for the pause and then come back.
Yeah.
Hey, what the hell? No, they're Frickers. They're from North Carolina.
Ah.
Lisa's brother's wife comes from North Carolina, so when they went over there, they brought a bunch of these back. I think they had a friend or something that owns the company.
Oh, cool.
And then you can like stretch them out and put them on wine bottles and all that sort of stuff. So I like them.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. And you don't see how much we've drunk them.
That's exactly right. You don't see that I've got a fresh one.
Yeah. Did you get a new one?
Yeah, I got another one, just in case.
Well, yeah, because mine, I've just been sipping on it slowly.
Yeah, it's probably a good one. I'll start mouthing off about people.
And I don't like this person, and I don't like this person. And you know what? I actually don't like weightlifting.
Just doing it for the chicks.
Yeah. Wrong sport. It's like, I want chicks, money, power. Wrong sport.
Power, leg power.
Yeah, I guess there is a bit of power, but not the power that most people are after.
No, not.
So do you miss team sport?
To be honest, that's what I get out of CrossFit.
And that was one of the big things that you talked to me about when you started coaching with me, right? Like you were like, I need to do CrossFit still.
Yeah, and just be around them. Yeah, because like the way I felt about CrossFit when I got into it was like a footy club but with girls.
Yeah.
Who were like involved in the actual sport, which now like the local footy club has a girls team, so it would probably be exactly like footy. But
chicks, money, power.
That's it. And yeah, so like that's probably my outlet there for suffering with other people.
Yeah.
The aspects that I liked about cricket, I get out of weightlifting anyway.
Yeah.
Like I find cricket to be such an individual sport, and then you just sit down and you chat with your mates, which you can do in weightlifting. Like you can do your own thing and then sit down and talk shit. So yeah, I get everything I need out of it, between the two, between CrossFit and weightlifting now. Yeah.
And I think weightlifting has the capacity to have that as well. Like our gym is very much similar. Like if we had what happened today where we had the workshop and then afterwards, I think we'd have a similar scenario where everyone would sit around for like what we were there for how long afterwards?
Like 2 hours, yeah.
2 hours of just having a beer and having a yarn.
Yeah.
And like I get extra Aussie when I'm really out west.
There was some pretty out west stories out there.
Yeah, they really were. Yeah.
Also stories about his childhood. They're a good bunch for that. And that's really like to be honest, I was never much chop at footy. I was okay. I was lucky to scrape into different teams, but the thing that I got out of footy was just the mateship and the
camaraderie.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And so I get that now, and obviously team sports wouldn't gel with family time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge demand on your time, team sports.
Yeah, especially if you want to play it right. Like I've definitely with like more so with footy than cricket. Like I feel like with cricket, if I needed to work on my bowling, I could go down at a separate time and just put a hanky on the ground and just bowl at it over and over again, and that would suffice because my fielding didn't matter. It was rubbish anyway, whether I was on it or not, and my batting was pretty equal. But like with footy, you got to be there at the same time as the team, and I never liked the idea of I don't train and I play. Yeah. Like even playing third grade, like the last season I played third grade, and like I'd try and get there on a Thursday night, and I just still didn't like it. Like, because I feel I would embarrass myself when I'd go throw a line out, and they'd yell out the call, and I'd go, I don't know what that is, and I'd wait to see someone jump and I'd throw it, and we'd overthrow it, whatever. Yeah. So I never liked that. So if I'm in, I'm 100% in. Yeah. And that was probably a big reason for stopping footy. Plus also last game I physioed. I was kind of getting the itch to play footy again. I don't know if I've told you about this already. No. And one of the guys, he's playing second grade, and everyone just stopped the game. I ran out there. His knee's facing that way, his ankle's facing that way, and I went, and he went, work. And I said, don't worry about work. Work will be fine. We'll be there on Monday. You'll be right, mate. I was just holding his ankle just limply going, I don't know what to do here. We've got to wait for the ambulance. And he goes, no, his brother was there, and his brother said, no, he's just started his own business like a week ago. He had no income insurance and all that sort of stuff. I went, man, that would happen. Yeah. Yeah. And so I just went, well, that's me done with footy. And do something like weightlifting where there's no risk of injury.
No, weightlifting. Oh, well, surprisingly, weightlifting is a quite safe sport. Yep. Not saying that like people aren't gonna hurt themselves. Yeah. But generally, it's like an overuse injury, or something like that. Like you're not going to like suddenly wreck yourself unless you hurt your wrist. Yeah. That's really the only thing that is normal. Sure. What will happen?
Yeah, I mean, I constantly like. at work with the physios and the EPs, they're always like, CrossFit and weightlifting, they're so dangerous. Oh, they're going to hurt each other. And I just bring up the articles that say, well, actually, you play touch footy, and this is your injuries per hours played, and this is weightlifting, and which one's dangerous?
Yeah.
So,
well, there's that huge table, right? That says weightlifting, knees, lower back.
Yep.
Then like powerlifting, knees, lower back, shoulder,
Yeah.
and then all of the sports and where you
I think
injure.
it's like three injuries per 1,000 hours or something like that. And then when you go to contact sports, it's like 14. And I can't remember the exact numbers, but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually. And like I spent a whole episode talking about like ACL injuries in field sports with Steve the other day, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, you would see a lot of ACL injuries, right?
Yeah. This week I've just seen 3. So we get quite a few through.
One of the girls at the workshop today has a ACL injury, right?
Okay. Who?
The girl that was wearing the leg brace.
Oh.
Do you know what her name is?
No, I can't think of who.
Is she from the gym?
I'm not sure.
She had the pink singlet on.
Oh, okay.
And she doesn't sound like she's originally from here. She's from like Holland or...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, you have a knee brace on. What happened? And she's like, oh, I don't have an ACL. It tore. And I was like,
yeah, okay.
Cool. Are you getting surgery or not?
Well, these days they're like I was reading an interesting article about like they break people in copers, non-copers, and all that sort of stuff and more. I was thinking about this the other week because a friend of ours from CrossFit Dubbo, she tore her ACL skiing, and that was the 3 that I've had this week. Have all been quite fit people.
Yeah.
2 of them were CrossFitters as well, and did their ACL skiing. So. But I kind of thought to myself,
that's a dangerous sport.
Oh yeah, I just imagine being a physio there and just be like, knee, ACL, knee, ACL, knee, ACL, broken wrist. Okay, well there's nothing. Yeah, you would just get like the triage would be, it'd be pretty crazy injuries there. It'd be cool to do for a season.
Just sitting there like ACL.
Yep, just line them up and just You get good at your Lockmans, you get real good. You know what good and what bad. Actually, funny story when I first started, I was like 6 weeks into working at Precision in Dubbo here. Yeah. They got me in with one of the surgeons to watch the surgery, and he said, the person's knocked out there. He said, do you want to feel what a correct Lockmans feels like on someone who's out? Obviously they can't tense and
there's no muscle.
There's no guarding. Yeah. Yep. So I did it on their other knee. He showed me. He's like, that's how you do it. Yeah. And I went over there and I was so nervous. I was like, oh, yep, I felt it. And he said, no, you didn't. And I was like, no, but it's okay. I was just so nervous. I'm a lot better at him now, but just in front of him, I was like...
Yeah, because there's nothing, right? Like, it'll just move.
It's but you can also, like, you can overdo it and get really, like... And that's what, like, it's funny, girls at uni would always be a lot better at Lockmans than the blokes. Yeah. Because the blokes would be reefing it and trying to pull real hard, and then the ladies are just that little shuffle and go, oh yeah, that one's good, that one's not.
You can feel the laxity.
Yeah. And obviously it's always compared to the other side, because other people, like some people are just normally lax. Like I know mine will slide around a lot, and I'm pretty sure I've got 2 ACLs. So, yeah.
And that's the other thing is like you can go through the rest of your life without an ACL. Yeah. And if you're pain free. Like if you're in the pain-free population, that's fine.
Pain-free, symptom-free.
I think it's only like there's only a increased risk of like arthritis and a few other things that you get by not having ACL. Is that correct? Yeah,
but then you've also got increased risk once you have any sort of arthroscopic knee surgery. So, like
that's true. And if you're over 23 years old, you're increased risk of
re-rupture,
or hamstring tear.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I told the girl today, like I'm like, oh, what, like you're not getting surgery yet? She's planning on it. Like, what are you doing? Prehab. Like, you're going to get surgery in the future. Like, what hamstring work are you doing? Yeah. And she's like, oh, not really anything.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Like, you should go see Adrian.
I should
And
probably see her. I should probably be aware of her.
yeah,
Yeah, no, like that's what I was wondering about the other week because I was like, if I did mine, would I have the surgery? Would I just try and soldier on and see whether I was a coper? Because obviously, like we're pretty good mates with some of the surgeons, so like I could get in pretty quick.
yeah,
But I just wonder if I would. Like I wonder if I'd kind of see whether I could. Obviously, if it was locking, if it was giving way, then I'd probably press the button and go. But yeah, I just wondered about that.
and like the musculature around the knee is pretty proficient as well. Like especially like your hamstring, your adductors and stuff. Like they can take a lot of that load, and you'll find that someone who has had a ACL tear and is a coper, like they got hammies of steel. Like they have to, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because that's what keeps that knee stable.
So I definitely wouldn't be a coper.
Because you don't have hammies of steel.
Shocking hamstrings. Very weak.
But I mean, for someone who is like who has torn their ACL and is thinking about either rehab or surgery, like hamstring work is a definite either way.
Yep.
Because one, if you don't get surgery, you need to have strong hamstrings to cope.
Yep.
And if you are getting surgery, you need strong, flexible hamstrings for the grafts.
Yeah, that's right. To be able to manage afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, and I know. I just wonder if, like, weightlifting not being a pivot sport, like whether it would be that detrimental to not have your ACL, or whether it would be. Like, it's not something I've looked into. It's not something I've read the research on. But
yeah. I wonder as well. I definitely, if you're a field sport athlete, I think you have to.
If I was going back to footy, it'd be just book me in. But all I want to be able to do is run socially, once a week with the dog, and and lift.
Yeah, people can do like a weird amount of things without an ACL, PCL, MCL, all that stuff. What people can't do is run with a broken ankle.
Yeah.
Or like
that's right.
broken foot.
Yep, that's why footy's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things suck. But I mean, like a lot of things, you just have to work through it. And I think that's the big thing that even today we sort of went through is, like you're not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the workshop, whether it's in everyday coaching, whether it's in what you do, like you just want to be somewhat pain-free.
Yep. And
you want the ability to do the things that you love to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were talking about this a bit last night because you were like, when we were talking about the SFMA, FMS stuff.
Yeah.
How, like you can do the whole protocol, but really your job is to just get them back to what they want to do.
Exactly, yeah. You don't have to create someone that suddenly moves perfectly if all they want to be able to do is be able to play weekend sport and do their job. Yeah. And
I think that's the big deal.
Yeah.
This beer just goes down so nice. I know I'm not drinking much, but like...
Yeah, no.
Compared to the Great Northerns.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Is it Great Northern?
Yeah, Great Northern, yeah. It's funny, at the brewery, the first one they brought out is just a copy of Great Northern. They freely said it. They said, we did the research in Dubbo as to what the most drunk beer is. Yeah. As Great Northern, and I just went, just letting me down. Luckily, they've got some other good ones, like the actual.
Is that the brewery we're going to today?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
But we're not going to have the Great Northerns.
Oh, you can try it if you want.
Yeah, maybe. Do they have like a?
They got a tasting paddle. Yeah, the
cool.
tasting paddle's good. It's worth it. There's 4 on there. There's I think they got 6 beers now.
Yeah.
They got 2 new ones today, so I'll try those 2.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, it'll be good.
Do you know what time Lisa's getting home?
No.
Cool. So, are you happy to keep going for a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We were talking. Oh, so like my dad's a big Scotch drinker. Like he drinks a lot of Scotch.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was thinking about...
My dad too.
I was thinking about what we were talking about before and how it's like, my dad drinks a lot of coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
My dad drinks... sorry, the beers are getting to... my dad drinks a lot of Scotch and I'm not really a big fan of Scotch.
Not a Scotch drinker. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I was and I definitely had a taste for whatever Dad had.
Yeah.
Because being a teenage boy, that was what I had access to if I was to steal. And I probably took some quite expensive
I've been there.
Scotch
I
out
did that as
at
well.
a dad's his Talisker and all that sort of stuff. But so I tried it. Like, I got mates down in Hobart who, like, they're in Scotch whiskey clubs and they get a bottle a month, and I go, like, how do you get through a bottle a month? And they do have a bit of a build up. But yeah, like, I got I got for my 30th, there's a bottle of Johnny Walker Gold stuff out there that I was going to offer to you later, but no point now. We'll get into the wine instead. Yep. We've got a good wine cellar here.
Did you see that Johnny Walker? Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Did you ever get the Johnny Walker?
No, I never got it, but I saw those.
Yeah, they look really cool.
It'd be worth it just to
have, yeah. But whenever I go overseas, like, I went to China a few weeks ago, last year, and I bought back Scotch, obviously, for my dad.
Yep.
He's really into. I got him the Green Label Smoky blend, whatever it is, and he loved that. And then my sister went to Scotland and went to is it Glenlivet?
It's one of the big ones.
The Cellar Door or whatever they have for Scotch over there. Distillery, yeah.
Yep.
And got him a bottle with his name engraved on it,
nice.
and all this fancy, and it's drunk. It's finished.
It's gone. Yeah, Lisa's dad is very into Scotch.
Really,
and like as a bit of a bonding thing, like I tried to do that with him, and like last year we all the RSL here it's got a pretty good restaurant upstairs. They did like a Scotch and food night.
Yeah.
And like they had 6 different glasses on there, and you'd like drink and you'd go through and eat. The guy'd stand up the front and explain it and everything. And so like Lisa and her mum don't drink Scotch, so we had theirs.
Yeah.
And then also there was a couple of tables where people had not turned up.
Yeah.
And so and they had all the Scotches all poured out there, so I went, well, I really like that one, and that one's like $30 a glass, so I'll have that one or whatever, and took those. And it was a Wednesday night, and I hadn't taken work off the next day. That was a very scrappy day. But like trying to do that, like I can definitely sit there and appreciate Scotch. But yeah, like it's just getting through a bottle by myself. I don't know how people could do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I have the palate for it yet.
No.
I'm slowly getting the palate for beer.
Yeah.
So I've always liked beer.
Yeah.
But I've always just been like, IPAs. Not really. But then now that I'm actually drinking a lot of different beers, I'm slowly getting it.
Yep.
Coffee.
You're getting older.
Yeah, I'm getting older. Yeah, so maybe it's an age thing.
Yeah.
Coffee, I'm slowly getting a palate for as well.
Yep.
I'm moving away from mochas and cappuccinos.
Yeah, that's right. Put a bit of caramel sauce all through it. And
bit of maple syrup. And like today, I had your cold brew, and I was like, oh, it was actually quite tasty, and it's probably what sent me to the toilet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like to start with, like with coffee as well. Like I was like, just choke it down. Doesn't really matter what it tasted like. And I always like my sister was a real coffee snob, and just thought, this is. Yeah, but now, like you just kind of learn to appreciate it with exposure, I guess, and you start to like pick up different hints of this and that, and but probably all just tastes like 10 years ago. Me, it probably all just tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
But I was kind of the same with wine. Like I started with just like one, really simple ones, and then worked my way. Now I feel like I'm a real connoisseur. I've got such a taste for it.
Really? So, so like wine, how I started on wine, it's probably how all young kids start on wine. Is, like the Moscatas and Brown Brothers and all of those.
Cask.
Yeah, all of those like crappy sweeter wines.
Yep.
So maybe all the girls start on that, boys start on cask wine.
That's right. Mix it with orange juice and uni days.
Gross. And so eventually I have friends that were like really into going to wineries, and that's what really made a difference.
Exposure,
Because I went there, and they'd describe a wine, and I'd be like, just tastes grapey to me.
Tastes great.
And then I watched. Have Have you watched the documentary Som?
No.
So you know what a sommelier is? Yeah. So it's just about like the Som exam.
Jeez, that'd be the job.
Mm.
That'd be the best.
Yeah, for you, because you like it. Imagine if you didn't like wine though.
Oh. Just really gifted at it, but yeah, I hate it. Yeah.
It's like the ultimate curse. Like imagine being the best weightlifter and hating weightlifting.
It's just so slow.
Have you watched? Have you read Open by Andre Agassi?
No.
It's a really good book.
Yeah, okay.
But it
I've seen
opens with him saying like, "My name is Andre Agassi, and I hate tennis."
Yeah, right.
And like, tennis was not an enjoyable thing for him.
Yeah.
But he was so good at it, and obviously his father really pushed him to be good at it. And then there was external pressures, and he got to the level he was at on like the extrinsic motivation of the sport, rather than like, you know, like you do weightlifting because you like it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I do weightlifting and I coach weightlifting because I love it.
Yeah.
And he's someone that did not like his sport.
No.
For a long
I
time.
can't imagine that. Yeah, that'd be really. Yeah, you'd have to be making a lot of money.
Yeah, and I guess that's eventually what it. And he ended up quitting and then coming back and whatnot. But he was the best in the world for a long time. And
yeah, well, you treat it like a job at that stage.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you think you would love weightlifting if you got paid to do it? Because right now it's like your escape, right?
Yeah. I think I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh, well, I mean, I guess then you're doing 2 sessions a day, and all your downtime's just stretching and all that sort of stuff. So maybe not, but maybe you'd learn to dislike it. But I think it'd definitely make it more stressful.
Yeah.
Which would,
Because essentially I get paid for weightlifting. Like I don't get paid to weightlift, but I get paid to be part of weightlifting.
Yep.
And I think that's a difference.
Yep.
But if I got paid to actually weightlift, then all of my joy from it may be different. Like I enjoy doing coaching, but it's still a job.
Yep.
I enjoy doing weightlifting, but it's not my actual job.
I imagine coaching as a job, you're managing people as much as managing like training load and all that sort and technique and everything like that. So maybe that's the added. Whereas being the weightlifter who's getting paid, all you're managing is technique and
Performance.
effort.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
But then when you get paid and like there are certain performance, like if you make this lift,
Incentives.
I'm sure that gets super stressful.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if I was like, you make this 120 snatch, and then you get paid your $1,000 for the week, which is like like your salary, or even $500 or even $200.
Yeah.
But if you don't make it, you're not going to get that. How do you feel then?
That would be
You have 2 kids,
a
wife.
and again, that's like it's such it's done sport, like such a moment sport. Like and even like I feel this in the small comps that I do. Like you just get this moment where you can you perform or not perform, and that's stress for me.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be probably ruin it. Don't ruin it for me.
No, I won't.
Don't start paying me.
No. Don't worry, I won't. Don't stop paying me.
Yeah.
I finished mine.
Would you like another?
I don't know.
There's definitely more in the fridge.
Are you gonna have wait? How far down are you?
Halfway?
I'll have another one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's the talking juice.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really limbering up my tongue and helping me,
I gotta be careful not to get too limber.
too limber. Yeah.
I start.
When you start talking like complete trash.
Yeah, you let me know.
That's when we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
That's when we go have another weightlifting session.
Yeah,
and come
right.
back.
I'm real pumped up now. I've got a real issue with getting bored with my own sentences as I'm saying them. I get halfway through, I just kind of drift off and go, I'm not paying attention to myself. Why is Andy paying attention to me? Why's the camera on? I just kind of drift off and go, yeah. So it's and that happens at work quite a lot. I'm talking to a patient, I'll go on one of my spiels. Like, this is what an ankle is, and I start going through it, and then halfway through I go, I'm not paying attention. I'm on autopilot. So.
And autopilot can get you in a like a bad way too. Like, I do this a lot because obviously, if you guys are listening or watching, like I run a podcast, surprise, and I will often talk without knowing the end of my sentence or where I'm going. Yeah. So I might start asking a question without actually knowing where it's going to go.
You kind of have to with fill the space
to fill the space.
Keep the conversation rolling. Yeah.
That's it. And because of that, sometimes I'm like, I don't know where this is going. And you'll hear it because I'm really bad when I don't. And I'm really bad when I don't know what I'm going to say. I will say certain words. So for people at home that want to play a drinking game with my podcast, I'm in. Is something that I say a lot. Yeah. And like.
Yeah, you're right.
If I have a lot of likes and so's in my sentence, like this and like that, or so this, so that, that is usually a chance to say, oh, Andy doesn't actually know what he's going to say next.
So the issue is, I listen while I'm driving.
Yeah. so you don't want to be drinking.
The drinking game is going to be a bit I'm going to get in trouble.
We talked about like the negatives of online coaching, but we never talked about the positives to a great extent.
Sure.
What are some of the things that you actually do get out of it? And I don't need you to blow out my ego, though I appreciate it if you do.
It's a pretty darn good program. I mean, the things that I've really coming from CrossFit that have that having a set program each week where I can see ahead of time, as great as the unknown and unknowable is, going week by week and going, last week I clean and jerked 100.
Yeah.
This week I've got it, and I put it in there. When I have the notes of my my program for the week, I say, okay, last week I squatted 140. This week I have to squat 145, and I put in minimums. And then sometimes I go a little bit more than that, but mostly it's just linear progression, bang, bang, bang. So that for me, having a consistent program, which I know is coming up, that's a really big plus for me.
But that also speaks to your training intelligence, that you know where it's going, whereas someone who's newer might not get as much out of that because they don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like Sam, for example, she's a bit of a newer athlete, and we can ask her that. Yeah. But I wonder if, and she's only a couple of weeks in. Yep. But I wonder if she sees the progression, or if she's just this is just what I do this week.
Yeah. Yep. He's trying to fix something, so I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And, so there's that. I think and the real reason why I wanted to dedicate minimum 3 sessions a week is, and I think the reason why everyone got so much benefit today, yesterday in the CrossFit programming, it was 10 minutes to work up to a max snatch, and it was 10 minutes to work up to a max clean jerk, and in the last few weeks there has been 20 minutes to work up to a heavy but not max 2 or 3 snatch. And to me in 20 minutes, I can barely start thinking about snatching, let alone actually. So having that full hour and a half, or whatever I can kind of squeeze in, doing my own thing. I know that's not necessarily like remote programming or remote benefits, but the benefit of actually just concentrating on the time of just concentrating on the lifts has been a big plus for me.
And that'll be the big draw of RAW Barbell Club.
That's right. Yeah.
Just time, nothing but time. That's your slogan.
That's right. Every Sunday I have nothing but time. I don't want to go home and mow, so I'll go and sit at the gym and just watch you all lift. And we'll justify it to Lisa through free membership.
Yeah.
Something like that. I have to talk to Duncan about this. Maybe he'll pay me.
Yeah, maybe. Would be nice.
That'd be
Or maybe
good.
the members will pay you.
I don't know. We'll work something out. It'll be good. And then it'll just be really awkward when we go and we win all the comps.
Yeah.
Because everyone's strong out. Everyone's farm strong out here.
That's the thing that I want. I love farm
You
strong
got
people.
tap into farm strong.
Yeah. There's people that can just like undo a bolt with their bare hands. That's what I want. If you can do that, reach out to me. I'll give you a reduced rate.
That's right. If you've grown up on the farm, you can have farm rates.
Yeah, there's farm rates and then city rates.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. People like Gilly today. He won a competition it was probably 6 months ago or something.
Yeah.
It was a farm strength competition.
Okay.
And it was things like you would love it. It's just strongman stuff, but it's like, okay, there's bales of hay, pick it up and run with it. It's like stuff like that.
That's it.
Yeah. I would be no good at that, but there's plenty. And I think actually Beth won the female of that. Yeah. So there's definitely.
She's super strong as well.
Oh, yeah. No, she's crazy strong. And she's got she cracked a rib.
Do it in that comp?
No, playing footy this year.
Yeah.
At Silly Sunday. I don't know if it was a cracked rib or whether it's just bruising or whatever.
Yeah.
But
It still hurts either way.
she was underneath everyone got in a big dog pile at the end of the day or something, and she was at the bottom. So yeah, she was doing pretty good to actually be lifting today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she might not have told you that.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she's tough. She's very tough. Yeah, and there's plenty of tough people out here.
And that's the other thing. Like weightlifting, because it's a hard sport.
Yep.
If you're tough and smart
Stubborn.
and stubborn but smart,
Yep.
you can do really well. If you are dumb in the sense that you don't listen to your body and don't listen to your coach,
Yeah.
but you're still tough, like that's no good,
Yeah, sure.
right? Like
Yeah.
you have to have someone who's coachable but also insanely tough,
Yeah, sure.
and they'll do really well in
Yep.
weightlifting.
Yep.
I guess that's the same with any sport.
Yeah, a little bit. And I mean, there's skill.
Yeah, but skill can be worked on.
Yeah.
I mean, there is natural talent. I mean, the other, not prerequisite, but other thing that helps, like if you have skill as well, if you're
Yep.
talented,
Yep.
that'll make a big difference. But a lot of the time, the talented people don't stick in the sport
Sure.
because they get to a certain level and then they're like,
Gets hard.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Because weightlifting is hard.
Yeah.
It's a tough sport.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah, you got plenty of toughies out here in Dubbo, and that'll be our strength.
Yeah.
And I reckon, like there's I think one of the blokes was from out in Cobar today. Bloke that was up the back.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure he's from Dubbo. Who he might have moved here from Cobar, or he might work out in Cobar. But there's all these towns around and everything. So yeah, there'd be plenty of hidden gems that might take Australia to the Olympics at some
For
point.
sure. I mean, Tia is from the middle of Queensland, right? Like
Yeah.
she's
Gladstone.
Gladstone, yeah.
Yeah. At least she was there for a while. Yeah.
So
She's tough.
she's our best Olympian at the moment, right?
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good place to leave off.
Yeah.
We're starting to get a bit tired. Probably
Just
just
starting to think about those beers.
yeah.
To the brewery.
Where can people find RAW Barbell Club?
It doesn't exist at the moment, so I'll get started on Instagram. CrossFit Dubbo, you can follow them. There's always some good Instagram stories. I've noticed Duncan's
Stepping up his game.
he's really stepped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's doing some recording of you as well, like
Oh,
slyly.
yeah. He
Have
doesn't
you seen that?
doesn't need to do that. Yep. Yes, I've noticed that. Yep. I'll turn around and he's just sitting there, just smiling away. Yeah. No,
And people can obviously follow you if they want to see your journey on weightlifting as
they
well.
don't have to. It's
Adrian Carey.
Yeah, you can if you want, but it's mostly pictures of the kids and cooking, and there's a bit of lifting there now.
I'm sure the 120 will go up.
Yeah, no, that'll go up with a few hashtags just to gain some interest. So
Yeah. Hashtag weightlifting house. Hashtag PRs
people's
Penley.
lifts and yep. Let's see if I can get on that podcast again.
Yeah. Guys, you can find RAW Barbell Club at RAW Barbell Club on all of our social medias. So that's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. You can see awesome interviews like this. And click that subscribe bell and the subscribe button and the notification bell. I have had too many beers.
Two.
Just
Say two.
not 2 here, but I also had 3 at the gym. No, maybe I only had 2 at the gym. Maybe 2 at the gym.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I also had coffee. That coffee is
It was coffee and then just that natural high of the 120.
Yes, that
Be
too.
riding that all week.
I will be. Like, I'm really, really excited. I got me fired up.
Yeah.
When you guys first started maxing out, I was like,
This is real dumb.
I really want to join you.
I was wondering if you would. I was hoping you would. But
And that's why I went and took my shoes off straight away, because I knew if I left them on, I'd do something dumb, like jump in at...
Like jump from 100 to 110 or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Or jump from 97 to 105 or whatever.
Well, I would have just jumped in at the 100,
Yeah.
and I would have missed it, and everyone would be like, well, we just wasted $90. Why did we listen to this shit?
Should we listen to that guy? Nah, you would have smoked it. You would have hit 120 too.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Yeah. You're good for it.
Guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram, and if you love this episode, just like I did, go and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, and make sure you share it with your friends. If you are in Dubbo, reach out to Adrian and Duncan. We're looking to build a Dubbo Barbell Club.
Yep.
I think it'd be really cool if we can do that, and if I can somehow be a part of that too, that would be even more awesome.
Yep.
And guys, you can donate to the podcast. So making this podcast is a lot of fun, but it does cost us a lot of money. So if you want to help us out, we'd love that. All it takes is the price of a coffee, and you just go to www.rawbarbellclub.com/donate.
Price of a beer.
Or the price of a beer, not these beers. Though. If you donate a price of this beer,
You'll be going for years.
yeah, we'll be going for years.
Too much.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
If you like that episode, I really think you might like this one. And if you want to search for more episodes, guys, click this little circle thing right here. If you want to stay notified, make sure to click that subscribe button below and click that notification tab.